but I found out I'm getting sent to Virginia partially to meet my new guy and to help him, and then partially to set someone else up for a knifing. It's fun to be involved in like weird
a gangbang. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! Welcome back to Full of a Took. We're here to talk about Return of the King, Chapter 9, the Great Debate.
Crispy.
We are having the last debate. I said the wrong name.
Knife.
Chapter 9, the last debate of Return of the King. We are so excited to be here. We have a lively, excellent show prepared for everybody
You
tonight.
have to start over.
That is the only way we're starting this episode. I want to welcome all of our listeners, all of our old listeners, all of our new listeners. We want to welcome you back to this wonderful fellowship. This is my favorite night of the week.
Yeah.
We have a billion things to chat about. Did you say same or sane?
What do you think I said?
I thought you said, shut the fuck up. No.
All right, Chris is on drugs
That's
tonight.
what I thought you said to me in your eyes.
Chris, did you also have Diet Coke?
Because she looked at me and she went, same.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, you did.
You guys, what the fuck is happening?
Prove it.
Wait, did you have the mushroom energy drink that I told you to drink?
I did drink that actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Now I know how Gimli felt. Listen, I'm going to say this only one time. This chapter was good.
Last episode, we discussed Chapter 8, The Houses of Healing. Merry enters Minas Tirith with Theoden's funeral company and runs into none other than Pippin. Merry isn't doing so hot after stabbing a ringwraith, so Pippin rushes him to the Houses of Healing where he joins Faramir and Éowyn, also unconscious. One of the healers mentions it's too bad there's no king around because once she heard that the hands of a king are the hands of a healer. Gandalf hears this and rushes to get Aragorn, who is being humble and staying outside the city. Aragorn tries to convince some extremely chatty people that he needs an herb called Athelas or Kingsfoil to do his healing, and he needs it quickly. Soon enough, he gets his magic herb and awakens Faramir, Éowyn, and then Merry before it's too late.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that with the slow poke that keeps talking.
Yeah.
Okay, shut
Must really be an lore master. He's like,
Aragorn's like, for the love of God,
Stop talking!
do you guys ever see Tommy Boy?
Yes.
I know you haven't.
I have not.
So I don't want to say too much because I'm waiting to show her Tommy Boy. But you've seen it, right?
Yep.
Okay. It feels right out of Housekeeping. Like that scene feels like Aragorn. Just Chris Farley getting pissed at for the love of God. I got so much satisfaction from this chapter. I know RJ and I kind of looked up at each other when we were reading it last night and we were like, oh, there is all the information.
Yeah.
I sat here and I complained the other day, like, hey, why are we skipping all the good bits? You know, we're like
yeah, the Army of the
montaging the
Dead.
final battle. Are you kidding? Stop montaging. Just tell me straightforward what's happening. You know, and then Gandalf was like in a big. It was a bit of an exposition dump this entire chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was necessary. It was nice. He was like, okay, so here's everything that happened, which was nice.
Yeah.
but I feel like that's how it kind of feels in battle. Not that I've ever been in one, but I feel like in the moment, it's kind of like you're in it, but you feel like out of your body because so much is happening. You're probably feeling really overwhelmed. You kind of like black out at times, I'm assuming. And then afterwards, everyone's like, what the hell happened? And it like comes rushing back. And you're like, well, first this happened. And like you and your buddies can like kind of break it down and like really go into it. And even that moment, maybe even remember things that you didn't realize you even knew. And so I thought that was a really cool way to tell a story. And I forgot that's how, that this was going to come back up. Like I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh my God, we get the details of the Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
And if the battle was good enough, you might be lucky enough to have it feel like real life on a Friday or Saturday night the rest of your life in PTSD.
Oh my God.
Only if you're lucky.
You might get to just keep reliving it.
Every time you hear a loud noise.
Oh boy. But like, that's the thing though, right? Like, so the battle is happening and what's interesting about the way Tolkien tells it to us is that we get the expansive view. because people are like, they're up on the walls and they're watching these things happen, and we get an idea of the flow and ebb of the battle. And we get that for like the whole battle. We get this huge sweeping movements of armies and groups and all these really cool things happening. And then the personal stuff comes afterwards. That's what the Houses of Healing is about. It's like, okay, now we're into the personal cost. We're into the everyone's adrenaline crashed. The battle's winding down. What the fuck happened? Where is everybody? Who's alive? Who's dead? And now we're at the next step, which is, okay, we know who's alive and who's dead. Now what the fuck do we do?
Yep.
Because this chapter is really about like two conversations. We get a nice conversation and then we get the real shit. The first conversation is Legolas and Gimli wake up the day after the battle. They're down in the camp with Aragorn and the Dunedain, and they're just so fucking excited to go see Merry and Pippin because, oh my God, they're alive and we're alive. Let's go find them.
Yeah.
And Tolkien says specifically they get up early and are like, can we go see the hobbits? And they get let into the city.
So wholesome.
It is.
I needed it.
Right. And so Gimli and Legolas stride into the ruin of the first couple levels of Minas Tirith. And they're just like whistling, and, Legolas is like singing a little song, and Gimli is like stomping along, stroking his beard, like examining the stonework. And people are just like, the fuck is going on? They just lived through the siege, and now an elf and a dwarf are walking down the main street at them.
Like holding hands.
Yeah. Like
skipping.
Yeah. Like, what is happening? And what's going on is like Legolas and Gimli are like judging the shit out of the city they're walking through. They're like, wow, yeah, Aragorn's got himself some new digs. And if he ever becomes king of this heap, like, we're going to plant some trees and get some birds here. And Gimli's like, yeah, and we'll do something about these streets, and we'll maybe like rebuild a couple buildings. Cause like, it's kind of like, there's good bones here. There's something to work with. We're going to flip this place. It's going to be great.
This stonework is shoddy.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of like, and they're judging the shit out of this place, walking past all these people, and everybody's like, oh my God, an elf and a dwarf, judging the fuck out of us. What?
It happens.
So they walk through the city, judging the shit out of stuff until they come upon Prince Imrahil. There's this really funny interaction between Legolas and Imrahil where Legolas is like, oh, this guy's got elvish blood in him. Like, this is cool. And Imrahil's like, oh my God, a real fucking elf? And Legolas compliments him on basically like having really good ancestry. It's like, it's been a while since Nimrdel's people came out of Lorien, but I see some of that, new boy. You're doing great. And Imrahil's like, thank you, I think. So what's up? And Gimli and Legolas, they take a breath and like, we're here to see the boys. Take us to the hobbits. Where they at? Imrahil tells them, oh, they're up in the Houses of Healing. They're getting, the attention they need. Well, Merry's getting the attention he needs. And I'll take you there. And Gimli and Legolas are like, hold up, no. You have a different job, sir. Because Aragorn is requesting that you and Éomer join him and Gandalf out in the tents in Hobo Town. There's going to be some real important discussions. We're not a part of that. We're not invited. We're going to find hobbits. So, peace out, sir.
We gonna have playtime.
Yeah.
And where's Aragorn's tent again? Is he in the Pelennor Fields? Or?
Yeah. He's like squatting out front.
Okay.
He's like a vampire until you invite him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his humble bragging. Like, he's already told everybody he's the heir of Isildur. He's already like flown the banner. He's already saved the day. And he's like, no, I am a humble ranger.
You only get to enter your kingdom as the new king one time.
That's true. I would have chosen to do it like soaked in the blood of my enemies on the day we won the battle.
Well,
But I would make
you might then impose to other people that you are a bloodthirsty animal and not there to lead the people.
but he did like save a million people that night.
he did do a lot of that.
Saved a lot of
If only you could have
lives.
saved 1,000,001.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do? Theoden, man, he got what he needed.
Yikes. As did Denethor.
He got what he wanted.
Yeah. Whew. And so Imrahil says, okay, cool. I'll get Éomer. We'll head back out. We'll go see Aragorn. Take the first left, the third right, and you'll find the Houses of Healing with the hobbits. And that's exactly what Legolas and Gimli do. And then they basically grab Merry and Pippin and take them for a nice little walk until Merry gets too tired. Then they all have a sit in the sun. And so they sit down in this nice spot in the sun, and they have this beautiful view out over the city, over the walls, over the Pelennor field, where I guess they're still burning carcasses and stuff. But also the river is looking gorgeous in the sunlight, and there's gulls everywhere. And Legolas is like fixated on the gulls. And he's just like, I can't believe seagulls are real. Galadriel warned me that like when I heard them, that was going to be it. And she was right. I just need to see the sea. I will never again have peace under elm or beech. Meaning that like he's going to need to leave Middle Earth. Like he's got the longing for the sea, the longing to go west to the Undying Lands. This is the thing that's buried in every single elf, is that eventually they're going to leave this world. And Legolas just kind of like casually mentions to, the hobbits and Gimli, like, yeah, I'm probably going to bounce. Like that's what this is.
Rude.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pick up that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reaction is so strong, especially from Gimli. Gimli is like, what do you mean? No. There's all kinds of stuff to see. Because remember, they made their promise to each other. They're going to go see Fangorn, and then they're going to go see the Glittering Caves.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, apparently that's just no longer registering with Legolas. Mary's reaction, too, is like, no, don't leave. There's always going to be stuff to do, always things you can do, always people who are going to need your help. And it's just like, it's like an appeal to Legolas to like stay and remain as a part of the world because there's good that he can do as an elf.
Yeah.
Because elves are fucking magic. And I thought that was really interesting because it speaks to the relationship that I guess everyone else kind of has with the elves. Elves are kind of here for a reason. And you have to remember that. And we're rapidly coming to the end of those reasons. So for Legolas to be like, yeah, wow, I finally heard the call to the sea. Galadriel was right. Who knew? And now I want to go. That's really, it's the natural arc for Legolas's existence. But everyone's reaction is, I think, justified in the moment because they literally just came through like the biggest battle that any of them have ever been in. And Legolas is like, yeah, I'm going to peace. It's been fun, I guess. And Mary's not really having any of that. So he says, how about instead you guys tell me about what the fuck happened? Because you guys have talked about the paths of the dead. You've talked about ghosts and shit. But nobody knows, including us as readers, what happened with the army of the dead. What happened after the Grey Company rode out from the paths of the dead and the Stone of Eric. And then, when they arrive in the black ships of Umbar and save the day. Like, that's all a big nothing. That gets Aragorn goes, no time for stories. And we move into the Houses of Healing.
Which is the most infuriating thing to read when you're reading a story.
Right.
I very much wanted
And
to
the
hear that
character
story.
goes, sorry, no time to tell you what happened. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's real. This feels very much like an editorial choice.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got to break up the things and we're going to change
Maybe we
the
can
tempo.
move it later or something. That's interesting. I never thought of that.
They did so much jumping around in this book where they would go backwards in time to tell a story from the first person point of view. I thought they were going to do that with this. And I think I would have preferred it, but you made a really good point with it being kind of like a zoomed out point of view versus the one person at a time during a battle.
Yeah. And we get that with the whole like Paths of the Dead thing because Mary is like, so tell me about these Paths of the Dead. And Gimli's like, no, that was fucked up and weird and I don't like it. I don't really want to talk about this. And Legolas shrugs and he's like, we saw the dead and, frankly, they're just like weird ghosts and they don't scare me because they're just human, whatever. But then Gimli goes on to say like, well, they scared the shit out of me. I did not cover myself in glory. Because if you remember, Gimli was like on his hands and knees crawling, barely able to maintain forward momentum on the Paths of the Dead. Like he was that overcome with fear because, again, they were wandering through a cursed place full of ghosts and nightmares. And he said the only thing that kept him going was the will of Aragorn. Like, Aragorn was pulling everyone along with him. And Legolas is like, well, it wasn't just that. It was also love. Because, like, everybody finds a way to love Aragorn. Everybody.
Everyone.
Really. Like, there's a lot to Aragorn's character that is, like, it's coming up a lot. We're seeing different parts of him. We're seeing the real deep steel. And that's an excellent observation by Legolas that like everyone's going to find something to love about this guy. And that love in part is what got Gimli through. I like to think also that eventually Legolas would just scooped him like a big weird baby and like walked him.
Just backpacked him.
Yeah. Just like, oh no, buddy, we're not doing this. Lori, you had mentioned that like this book does a lot of like time hops and time skips. That's exactly what we get. Because as a... What?
Love him. That's not what I thought you were going to say. She went, what did you just say?
I said they didn't do that.
You went, run in, run. And he went, Laura, you did. And I was like, oh. Here it comes.
No, but Laura, you had mentioned that like they do a bunch of like kind of like time skips in this book, and Tolkien like breaks up the narrative. That's exactly what we get right now, because Legolas and Gimli run us through like the last like 6 or 8 days that they've lived. Because the narrative, remember, follows Merry and Gandalf as they go to Minas Tirith, like their days of riding, and then the days of the siege and the battle and all of that. And then at the end of the battle, so yesterday in the narrative, Aragorn shows up with the black ships. Now what happens between those 2 points, between when they leave the Stone of Eric with the army of the dead and when they show up with the fleet to save the day, is basically a shitload of riding. It's the same story that Gandalf and Merry go through, but with a couple of interesting spots, because they're riding through the country. There's like 30 Dunedain plus Elrond's sons and Aragorn, and they're riding through Western Gondor, making a beeline for Minas Tirith, because Aragorn has seen in the Stone of Orthanc, the Palantir, he knows the day the city falls. He knows this battle ends on that day if he doesn't beat this clock. So they ride, and they've got a whole bunch of ghosts with them, and they're scaring the absolute shit out of everyone. Everyone knows the King of the Dead is riding in from the west. Sauron is coming in from the east. I'm just staying in today. We're not going outside.
Yeah.
School is canceled.
It's like if a tank was just coming through your neighborhood, you'd be like, no, I'm going to stay inside for a minute.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to check the basement out.
I'm not going to go check this out.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I'm going to check out the basement for the next 3 days. See you guys.
Yeah. And you remember when all the reinforcements showed up to Minas Tirith? It was like 1/10 of what they were expecting, because 9/10 of the army of Gondor was out west getting ready to fight the Haradrim and the Corsairs of Umbar and all these troops that were being landed by pirate ships. That's what Aragorn runs into, is a battle at a ford at a river crossing where these troops from like far-flung Gondor are contesting the crossing. They're fighting a battle at this river. And Aragorn, the Dunedain, and the army of the dead show up, and everyone scatters. The Haradrim run one way, the Gondorians run the other way. No one's having it. Just everybody's like, fuck this. No one.
Good guys
Peace
and
out.
bad guys.
Yes, everyone's out.
Good guys and bad guys are like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Except for like one guy.
Good old Ted.
Good old Ted. Good old Angbor.
Angbor.
Yes. Lord of Lamadon. Like one of the...
Well, he's in charge. He can't leave.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he wanted to leave.
Yeah.
It is impressive. He's the one guy that held his own, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you ever look around and you be like, fuck, I am the adult. All right, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And so he comes to Aragorn and is like, don't know what any of this is all about, but what is this all about? Aragorn says, hey, get all your people. Get everyone who can hold a knife. The heir of Isildur needs you at Pelargir, which is the port city at the end of the Anduin.
Yes. That's correct, Pat.
Yes, thank you. Good. Thanks for the check.
You're welcome.
So they
So tell me more about the Pelargirs.
right. The Pelicans.
Tell me more about the Pelicans.
The Pelicans, yes. Angbor's like, okay, I guess that's a good thing. We'll go meet the heir of Isildur at the port. And everyone's like, yeah, fuck off. And they hop on their horses and they go. Because again, they're riding against time. Aragorn is on a clock. The city is on a clock. Everything needs to happen yesterday.
So it was more of a meet me at Pelargir situation.
Yeah. Kind of.
Gather your men that ran away and meet me there.
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly it. Because at Pelargir, Aragorn and the Grey Company and the Army of the Dead roll up on the main fleet of Umbar at anchor. It's just 50 enormous ships, countless other smaller vessels clogging the river, all of them loaded with fucking pirates of Umbar, the Corsairs, the Haradrim, like just troop transports, all of it. Huge force. And they come up on one of the sunless days. Just to kind of set this up, because they allude to it very quickly, they arrive on this sunless day. It's like twilight. Everybody's just, doing their piratey worst to Gondor. And
That means the battle has already started at Minas Tirith, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When you say sunless, like the dawnless day.
Yeah, the dawnless day.
Okay, cool. I was a little thrown off by the timeline of this, so this is really helpful that you're kind of explaining it that way.
So if you're the Haradrim and the Corsairs, what you see is like 30 dirty riders come trotting out of the darkness at you. And like it's a whole army, it's the whole fleet. This is not a joke. This is an existential threat to the existence of Western Gondor outside of Minas Tirith, and 30 guys show up to fight you. So they reasonably have a chuckle and they're like, all right, we're going to kill these guys and get back to work. This is fine. And Aragorn's like, actually, do you want to see a trick?
Magic trick.
Right. By the stone of Eric, I call you. And he sets the army of the dead on them. And so this tide of like ethereal warriors with like half-seen swords and spears just flows around the riders and into the Haradrim, into the Corsairs, and drives all of these enemies before them. And just clears the way. And there's a lot of screaming. And Aragorn and the riders make it all the way up to the water's edge, where the ghosts have not stopped at the water's edge. They've gone over the water. They drive the crews from the ships. Things are on fire now. There's panic. It's a bad day to be a pirate.
Everybody's like jumping off their ship, and then they're like, I can't swim, and just like sinking and shit.
You know, ghosts can't swim. Oh, Jesus, here they come.
It's the eternal foe once again.
Right? Water.
Oh my God, can you imagine if you fell into the water and the ghost just went through the water like it was nothing?
Just like come down. Get away from me! Just like eye contact while you drown.
Yeah, just staring at you.
Yeah.
You poor
He just
dumb
like
asshole.
flashes you, you know. The last thing you see
is the goat.
the bat. Oh, you son of a bitch! The bat. The bat wing. That was a waiting joke.
Yes.
Save me.
Seriously. You're okay though. You're not
Did you
gonna
ever show
no one
her?
makes it out alive. The old I give her the old goat every now and again. Nothing like an old
it's
goat
a treat,
on a
dude.
Sunday morning. So
Some people go their whole lives without seeing it. I'm just saying, be thankful.
but what this means is now Aragorn has a fleet that he cannot use, right? Because he's got 30 guys with him and a shitload of ghosts. You know what ghosts aren't good at? Sailing. Because I don't think they understand how boats work. They just walk on the water, right? It's probably not in their skill set. So of these 50 enormous ships, Aragorn sends the Dunedain out to every boat to talk to the only people left on these ships. And those are the people who couldn't leave because they were chained up because they're the galley slaves that row these boats. And it turns out most of them are actually Gondorians who were enslaved
By the
by the Corsairs of Umbar.
pirates. Okay.
So it's an easy sell. Guys, the heir of Isildur, calm down, stop screaming. I'm here to rescue you, stop resisting. The heir of Isildur is here. How would you guys like to go really
Stop resisting. Beating the shit.
Yeah. How would you guys like to turn the tables on things? How would you like to, contribute to this coming battle? And everybody's pretty much on board with it.
Awesome.
And also, like, as they're milling around on the shoreline trying to figure out what to do with all these, like, some burning boats, some not burning boats, a whole bunch of slave galleys, the people of Gondor start to gather. All those people that Angbor was supposed to be gathering and sending to Pelargir, they start to arrive. So there's a shitload of like Gondorian soldiers, slaves, like, and so Aragorn's got this body of soldiers building up, and he's still not happy because they have to row upstream. They have to row upstream to get to the city. And it's not a problem here where the river is wide, but the further up they go, the harder it gets. And they have to go fast. So they hop in the boats and they start and they get moving. And Gimli and Legolas and Aragorn are on this boat and they're just like, oh, fuck, this is not looking so great. Gimli is kind of like, I guess we'll get there when we get there. Cool.
This is so fun, guys.
Right. I love boats. And then around midnight, Legolas just kind of laughs and is like, We're going to be fine, buddy. No explanation given.
That was confusing.
Absolutely none.
Yeah. He just like chuckles to himself, and I'm sitting there going, you cheeky bastard. What do you know that I don't know?
Right? It's like
So
when
much.
It's like when he pretends to sleep
Right.
just to like fit in.
God.
He's like, this is weird. I'll try laying down and not moving for a few hours.
Just like rolling his eyes back of head. Just like if I just picture like a vampire being carried.
just hanging from one of the masts.
It's like, oh, are we doing something? Okay.
He doesn't explain shit. But what happens is the wind changes. You remember that wind in the Battle of Pelennor? It's that change that the Rohirrim smell on the wind, and it's like then the sun comes out. Mm-hmm. It's that
Southerly wind.
It's that southerly wind.
It's like sweet biscuits and molasses.
And seagull shit. And it comes up off the sea and it drives away the darkness. The dawn comes again and it fills the sails of these galley ships because they have sails as well as oars.
Whores.
Whores and oars.
Sails and horse.
Sails and horse.
What a time to be alive.
Whoa.
You guys. So,
Guys.
but there's an interesting quote that comes out of this whole exchange. And I think it's Legolas who says, of all this, oft hope is born when all is forlorn. And again, he's coming at this from this like secret chuckle, I know something you don't know, tee-hee moment. But Aragorn's like, yeah, also Minas Tirith is burning because they can see it at night.
That's been a common theme throughout the book.
What's that?
That hope is born when all seems forlorn.
Right.
Like they've just come back from behind over and over and over again.
Right. That is one of the central themes, right? Is how important it is to maintain hope.
I don't know if it's even maintained. I think it's
believe
find.
blindly. Yeah, fine.
Find hope, yeah. That's
It's
true
like-
too.
Yeah.
You can lose hope, truly, and hope can disappear, but then something can provide you with new hope. And like if you were smart and you wanted to capitalize on that moment, you would like make a movie about it. And you're like, I don't know, A New Hope. What is it?
That's actually one thing I
funny.
liked about the writing in this chapter. There were so many themes that were like said in just one simple sentence. Like another one that kept coming up is put fear aside and be free.
Yes.
And that's such
Ooh.
a prevalent theme of this entire series.
That's
Yes.
a good one.
Yeah. And so many times different characters kept saying that at different points. And I'm like, this is so true. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Great phrases in this one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
tons of like one-liners, tons of real funny
Such great
moments.
dialogue. Yeah.
Great 7-liners.
But they end this part of the chapter with Gimli saying like, yeah, and then we showed up at dawn and you know what happened from there. But
Correct.
yeah, we won this battle, but like who the fuck knows what's going to come next, right? Who really knows? Well, probably Aragorn and Gandalf. And if we wanted to know, we should have gone to the meeting, but we're here instead. So who knows? And Gimli says, right, but whatever happened, that was a fucking day. That was a day of songs and battle. And like, no one can take that from us.
Yeah.
And even if there's no one to remember it, that was a glorious victory. We turn the page on that part of the chapter.
Yeah.
Because now the perspective switches down to the tents on the field outside of the city where Aragorn and Éomer, Gandalf, and Imrahil are. And they're having their council of war. So this really is the second part of the chapter. This is the second conversation that has to happen. Because we've gotten... The first part of the chapter was just giving us the backstory. It really was just, how the fuck did a bunch of ghosts and Aragorn show up? How did we get to that point? And now it's, okay, we've won the battle. What happens now? And Gandalf starts by quoting Denethor of all people. And he
Starting
says,
strong.
we may triumph for a day, but there can be no final victory against this enemy.
He knows how to do a pep talk. That's for sure.
He sure does.
Right.
Well, boys, we're all fucked.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah. And he says,
Oh,
you know,
it is a hold on to your butts moment. For
It is.
sure.
Oh, no, well, it starts with just, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Because Gandalf says to the assembled crowd, yeah, if I was going to give anyone advice, it would be prudence, and that would be to fucking hide in our city. Because it's a good place to be when you got a shitload of stuff going on. Because Sauron's not out. This is one of like 4 armies. And Imrahil is kind of like, what you mean hide here? Like children in a sandcastle waiting for the tide to come in, just like sit and wait to die? That's what you would have us do? And Gandalf's like, no, that's what you've been doing.
Oh, baby. In the words of Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh.
Right? That was like such a fucking burn. And it's true, right? Because Gondor's been fighting the long defeat for 2,000 years. But Gandalf says, no, my advice, I'm not counseling prudence. It's time to go. It is full send. We don't take our foot off the gas. We hit him again and again and again. But why though? Because he started by saying, we can't win this fight. Why would we keep doing this? And in this moment, Gandalf kind of reestablishes the stakes of what's happening because he says, Sauron is an emissary of true evil in this world. Other things may come down the line. The future is uncertain. We can't know what other generations will face. We only know that if we don't face Sauron, there will be no other generations. Because if Sauron wins this fight and gets his ring back, there will be no power to challenge him until the end of all things. That will be the end of this fight forever. So we can't stop fighting.
About that ring.
About that ring, right? And so what Gandalf does is he also gives us sort of an exposition dump. He says to Aragorn, it's like, you showed yourself to Sauron, right? I'm assuming that's what you did. And Aragorn's like, yep, totally. I made that choice. A good choice to make, I suppose, right? We discussed how wild of a decision-making process that was.
Right.
But the important thing is now Sauron knows also what's at stake. Sauron knows that the sword that cut his hand off last time is back in the play. He knows the heir of Isildur is back on the field. He knows that someone's got his ring and it ain't him. He knows Gandalf is there.
And a hobbit.
And there's hobbits. And the Witch King is dead. Well, the Witch King is unwitched.
He's incapacitated.
Unkinged. Whatever it is. Yeah.
He will never be seen by this world again.
He's just
He's
He's away.
Yes.
I love that. He's
Yeah.
Un or und?
I said
He's just
But if you make it a verb, you could do that too.
UN''D. He's und.
He's und. No, he really is though. So you're Sauron and you're like, this is it. This is my moment of triumph. And then oops, it all goes tits up.
Sorry. That's what I expected you to say.
Right.
It's usually me making vulgar statements.
Yeah.
Kat says that a lot.
But Sauron knows.
Nobody ever says it goes all dicks up. Nobody ever says that.
Well, because that's not always a bad thing, right?
Or tits up bad? Just an upside down woman.
I feel
Right
like it's
side
like
up.
pulling yourself together. It's more like tits up, chin up, like bolster yourself.
Pull them titties up. Time to get going. Rope them up. Lasso, pull them up. Everybody.
Oh no. But
Is that what it means? Like you're kind of
Never
like
thought about that phrase that much before.
I always thought it was like a reference to like farm animals that are dead. They just,
You know what it is.
Moving forward, because she said you say it all the time. Just say dicks up.
dicks up. Got it.
Oh my
I
God.
want to say it's more like you've drowned and you're dead,
Oh,
and you're floating with your tits up. Although you normally float face down, so never mind.
See, I always
Full
hear
of
it
shit.
like
Then
in
it's still
an
dicks up.
exercise class, like in an exercise class, or like in something where someone's trying to invoke confidence and to like bolster yourself for the
pull 'em
final
up.
lap. Like tits up, chins up, ladies, let's go. Like you're bold, you're proud, you're just like getting it done.
sun's out, guns out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Tits out, mitts out. So, moving on.
So Aragorn says, "Tits up, ladies," or whoever it is, Sauron, Gandalf, someone.
Yeah, right.
Wait, can I tell you one other thing
Yes.
that relates to what you said?
Come on. Yeah.
When
what?
you're
Burning time.
sometimes when you're riding, the instructor will shout at you, "Shoulders like a queen, hips like a whore."
Love it.
Oh my God. We've been together 20 years. I've never known that.
That's great. No, I appreciate
glad your
that
mother
with
didn't
like
yell
what you have
that
to
at
do
me.
in horseback riding. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
With that visual,
Somebody yelled that at Gandalf.
Yeah,
Definitely.
hips like a whore, old man. And Gandalf's like, yeah, what you got? And he lifts up his robe. There's nothing on underneath.
it's like a Ken doll. He came back. He left his dick in the afterlife.
Don't need this anymore.
Left that on the mountaintop.
It's the cone heads that don't have a butthole, right?
Imagine you're like, Gandalf, where did it go?
I was like, ah.
Wait, I just want him to still have nuts, though. For the testosterone. Like, he clearly needs that.
There's just
doesn't need to
balls.
use it.
There's no penis.
Yes. Correct.
The things you think about, Laura, are different than the things I
like
think about.
the smooth Ken doll, just the nothing.
I think it's rough. I think it's not smooth.
So
It's hairy as fuck.
it's all
It's
goat.
wrinkled. To be
all
honest,
goat.
to be honest with you, it's
It's
wrinkled.
Gandalf the White. It's just covered in white hair. It's just a polar bear.
It's like the bottom of a gorilla, like the silverback.
But see, you forget he was naked and then Galadriel gave him a glow up. She waxed that shit. She bleached. I mean, she took some
To be
care.
honest,
she
he had
would. I think she
frostbite
would.
from laying in the snow naked. That shit fell off.
Galadriel,
He stood up and it
she
broke
gave him-
off.
She gave him a glow up. He got the Ozempic and she sent him on his way.
yeah.
He
We got a little
Ozempic.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's ready to roll. Gandalf is fancy free. Oh, Lord.
Because he has no time
That
to
got weird.
shave.
Back on track. Back on track.
Yeah. But really, though, Gandalf finishes by saying, even for all of those things that have gone wrong for Sauron, he will win the long game, and he fucking knows it. Because even if we do have the ring, the nature of the One Ring means that only one person can wield it. Only one person can be its master. So if a group of allies has the ultimate weapon, one of them will become mightier than the others. And the corruption of the ring will mean that there's infighting, and that one person will seek to dominate the other people, and that will cause fractures in the alliance. And that's when Sauron is going to be like, one, I know where my ring's at, and two, these fuckers aren't on the same team anymore, and then he will kill everyone. And it's just rinse and repeat the same fight that Sauron's been fighting and winning for 2,000 years. And Gandalf's like, we don't got that time. That is not for us. That is not our plan. That's not a viable path. Speaking of viable paths, there's not really one. We can't win this in a contest of arms. We will not win the war that way. We may have won a battle, but there are still armies in the field. There's still an army in Rohan somewhere, like a full-ass army. There's endless strength coming out of the east. The Haradrim have not all arrived yet. The Easterlings have not all arrived yet. It's an endless train of warriors. They're just going to keep coming. We don't know how many orcs are still in Mordor, but it's a fucking lot.
They have so many more warriors than the Gondorians do.
Yeah. And so everybody turns to Aragorn and is like, so, heir of Isildur, what is the plan? And Aragorn puts on his big boy pants and makes a decision. And his big decision is, we're going to do what Gandalf said. We're going to keep attacking. We're going to keep our foot on the gas on this. We're going to go directly at Sauron. We're going to go right into Mordor. Oh boy, that's a bad fucking day for everyone involved. Because they're not going to win. Their goal is not to win. Their goal is just to dangle enough bait in front of Sauron that he thinks the ring is there, that he thinks that this is going to be the final play for the West. And then he's going to ensnare them, he's going to encircle them, he's going to trap them, and he's going to kill everyone.
That's the plan.
That's the plan, because they want Sauron's attention. Because all these battles, all the people who have died, this is not the point. This is not the winning play. This is not how this war can possibly end. The only hope is Frodo. The only hope is that the ring goes into Mount Doom and is destroyed.
And they don't even know if he's still alive.
They have no idea. But they have to proceed like it is, because, again, that's their only hope. And Aragorn says, because this is so dire, because this is very clearly a suicide mission, I'm not ordering anyone to go. But this is my suggestion is we all follow what Gandalf says to do, because he's been right. He's been playing this game a long time, and everything he says makes sense. But I will not order anyone to do this, and anyone who volunteers needs to understand what the fuck this is and what the fuck it ain't. Because it's a one-way ride.
You're just buying time for Frodo.
And so Elrond's kids are like, this is exactly what our dad sent us here to say to you guys. We're in. Let's go kill some stuff.
They're the murder twins, right?
They are the murder twins. And remember,
They're like, well, yeah, we signed up for this.
and remember, their dad was at the battle where they actually defeated Sauron last time.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's crazy cool.
And you know who's not here this time? The elves. They're like, we are not doing that again. It didn't work. It didn't stick. And frankly, we can't do that again. And now it's the men of Gondor and Rohan, and they just got to go for it. So that's the murder twins. And Éomer is like, I don't know much about any of this. All I know is that my buddy Aragorn needs me, and we're going to be there.
Yeah.
So the Rohirrim are in. We didn't come all this way to stop. We fight until the end. And Imrahil is like, whether or not he says he's my king, Aragorn is my king. And if the king says we go, we go. And the only problem is I can't bring everybody because I am currently the kind of steward of Gondor. If that's still a thing, I don't know. Aragorn we'll discuss later. But if my responsibility is to the people of Gondor, we can't take everyone. We have to guard against all possibilities. There's still an army of orcs. There's still, rogue elements of the army of the Haradrim scattered around. It doesn't do us any good to go win this war and come back to a charred ruin.
Mm. Yeah.
The world will continue. There are threats. We have to guard against those things. So we have to have troops to fight that army. We have to have troops to defend the city. We can't take everyone who would go, even if we wanted to. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, yeah, okay, cool. So Gandalf, what do you think? Gandalf's like, I think we should take everyone who can be ready in 2 days. We need to keep the pressure up. And they all do some mental math, and they're like, if the Rohirrim bring 1,000 riders, and if Aragorn gets the 4,000 guys who were supposed to come meet the heir of Isildur, Imrahil, what can you do? And he's like, I can bring another 2, and then we can leave the city well guarded, and we could even send like 3,000 riders to go fight whatever armies up north. And everybody's like, all right, cool, the good plan. This is the plan. And Imrahil's like, he has a moment where he looks around and he's like, this is a fucking joke, right? We're going to send 7,000 guys to go break the unbreakable. We're going to send a force that is smaller than the vanguard of Gondor in its glory. The vanguard being like the forward element. Like the dudes you send out to scout. This army, everything they can possibly send is smaller than the lead elements of the army they would have sent during the last alliance when Gondor was at its height. This is a fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And Imrahil's like, is Sauron not just going to laugh at us? Like we're like children with a stick threatening a grown-ass armored knight. Like, he's going to laugh and then kill us. And Gandalf's like, yeah, he might kill us. He's not going to laugh, though, because he thinks the ring is in here somewhere. He's going to trap us. He's going to fixate on us. He's going to pull everything he can, and then he's going to pull us apart one by one, and it's going to be real bad. And Aragorn says, yes, that is all true. This is not the winning play, remember. But this is the play. This ends the game. One way or the other, this ends it. And he draws Andril, the Flame of the West, his sword reforged. And he says, I will not sheathe this weapon again until the last battle is fought. And that's how the chapter ends.
Oh, baby.
So good.
It's crazy. It's fun. It's comedic. It's chapter 9.
Hey.
The last debate.
The last debate was a crazy fucking chapter.
We're like, what debate?
I have a lot of things I want to talk about here, and I'm going to start right off by saying there's a line that's said 2 or 3 times in the beginning, which is both by Gimli and Legolas, which is, if Aragorn comes into his own.
Actually. They say different things. And this was actually the first thing I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Gimli says when Aragorn comes into his own.
And
Legolas says if Aragorn comes into his own. Ooh. And I read that and went, ooh, yikes.
Yep. Yep. So
what's
one
our
of them has
difference in
faith,
opinion here?
right? One of them has faith.
That's such an elf move.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Aragorn comes into his own, right? So what does that mean? What does that phrase mean?
I think it means when he becomes
It means he
the
had
king.
a wife.
I think it means when he becomes the king.
It means his wife stops nagging him.
Yikes.
No, Lord, it is when he comes into his own, when he claims his kingship, when he claims his birthright.
When he fulfills his birth prophecy.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I love that. Okay, I just want to make sure.
But like that is a fairly common phrase when you come into your own.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's a common phrase?
Yes.
It's a colloquialism.
If
Who says that?
If you're a theater nerd
By the time
or
they
12th
come into
century
their
English
own.
lord.
There's
It's
also
like
a lot
when you
of like
find
coming
yourself.
of age literature.
Yeah.
Every debut author, I swear to God, is like, oh, what story should I tell? How about a coming of age story? It's just
All about coming
Yeah.
with them.
There's another line that Legolas said that is really interesting, which is, the deeds of men will outlast us, Gimli.
Right.
I wrote that down
But
too.
what is the response?
But
Or
they were
it'll be a
like-
big pile of might have beens.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yet
yeah.
come to naught in the end, but might have beens, I guess, said the dwarf.
It's a fun little back and forth like jest between them. You know, I like that Legolas is walking around and he's like, "This place is really nice, actually." Like he's like surprised, and Gimli's like,
Yeah. So we could do better.
"It's cool."
Well, he complains about the roads.
Yeah,
Like, like Legolas is just amazed that like humans can pull their head out of their ass long enough to do something kind of nice.
Yeah.
And Gimli's like, yeah, but from a technical perspective, this just doesn't make any fucking sense.
This is not
yeah.
good. I liked how in that
This is
scene,
not done by a professional.
right after they talked to Imrahil, Legolas goes, "That is a fair lord and a great captain of men." He talked to him for 9 seconds.
Yeah.
They said nothing.
But the all-seeing Legolas looked into his soul.
The all-seeing Legolas said, "You've got elf in you.
Yep.
That's a great man."
Yeah, it's because
And
like
the elf
all,
behind him was like, "Oh, sorry."
but like all elves, Legolas is racist.
Oh God.
But only in a good way.
Pardon?
I don't know. He likes elves.
Come to the dark side.
No.
Jesus.
Say the things that no one wants you to say.
No, but really though, it is one of those things where it's Legolas makes a very quick judgment about Imrahil, but it
Simply because he looks like an elf.
well, like, wouldn't you though? You're like, oh shit! Like all these like weird little human beings who like are clearly in a state of decline. That guy though, he's something special.
But we've
Shiny.
all done this.
She's got that shiny glow.
We've all done this. We've all been around someone who was maybe famous at some point, or celebrity status, or very cool, and you have a minor interaction. And then you turn and you're like, they were awesome. And it's like, I think he's just sort of like seeing it. The Prince of Dol Amroth stands before him, kind of gives him like a sparkly smile and a wink. And he and Legolas is like, oh, that's a great guy.
Gimli, however, could not care less.
Yeah.
Well, you also
Gimli
have to
doesn't
remember,
give a
Legolas
shit.
has been the only elf for quite some time. So he probably was like, someone who's a semblance of my people.
Yeah.
well, remember too, Legolas is kind of on this whole thing as an accident. He showed up at the Council
True.
of Elrond to apologize for losing Gollum. Oops, I guess.
Yeah.
And got dragged into this.
Yeah.
You know, my point is the same, which is that like enamoration between people can happen, and you don't even need that much to be like giddy.
Right.
And I think Legolas was giddy in that moment.
Do you
Yeah.
know what's absolutely proof of that though? Is you can interact with somebody for 3 seconds and go, that guy's a cunt.
Yep.
And you just know it. Their whole life is
Absolutely.
distilled to a
100%.
single fuck you.
A single vibe. So on the very first page of the chapter, I started flipping around all the pages in my book and looking at maps because some words came up that I recognized, but I couldn't remember where they were. Legolas says to Imrahil, "It's long since the people of Nimrodel left the woods of Lorien, and yet still one may see that not all sailed from Amroth's haven west over water." And I read that sentence and I went, "Buh." So I
I
pulled up
just
the
went
map.
boo while you read it.
I pulled up the map and I'm like, okay, Nimrodel, Amroth. Like, I remember that these are things, but I don't remember where they are. And I had to get Pat involved because I couldn't find them. And he reminded me that Nimrodel is not only it's a river,
That's
but it was
the river
a
in Lorien
person.
that heals you when you walk through it.
Yes.
He was a person too.
Damn,
but, yeah,
Chris.
but it's named for, yeah, seriously, high five.
Good job.
But it's also, Nimrodel is
person.
Yeah. And Nimrodel is the name of the queen that turned into a swan.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my poor brain.
Oh, I remember this. That's her husband is like, I'm not leaving. And he jumps off the boat and he runs into the woods and he's never to be seen again. He was like the king, or not a king, but
jumped-
like he was a lord of the land or something.
He jumped off a boat and swam away.
Yeah.
This was back in Rivendell. We heard this story.
This was so many
Yes.
books ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Do you remember?
You can't blame me.
Do you remember the song?
This was at least 60 bottles of wine ago.
Seriously. Okay, so I have two things to say about that. One,
even been that many
it
chapters.
happened. You say it was like 60 bottles of wine ago, and it feels like an eternity ago.
Yes.
Pop quiz, everybody. Do you know how long it's been for these characters since that happened?
Since Rivendell?
Yeah. Real quick.
3 weeks.
Well, there were some months in Lothlorien.
Okay.
Oh, no, I forgot about that.
Once in Rivendell
take-
after that conversation.
Yeah. So take about 3 seconds to think about it, and we're going to go down the line. And I'm going to ask you how long ago you think it was.
Couple of months in Lothlorien.
It's currently March 15th or 16th. That's the Battle of Pelennor. That's where we are in the story right now.
Okay. They spent most of spring in Lothlorien. Mm-hmm. So roughly 4 months.
Okay, pretty close, Chris.
It is 97 days.
Okay.
I would say 4 months.
It is so close to 97 days.
Yeah.
It's so
Rain Man, baby.
yeah, so it's
It's approximate math, and I'm ultimately confident.
So
in
they
it.
left. They left Rivendell on December 25th.
Yes.
Yeah.
They left on
Christmas.
Christmas.
Right. Then the breaking of the Fellowship was February 28th.
Yes. And it's only 2 weeks since then.
Yeah.
10 days.
And March 2nd and 3rd was the breaking of Orthanc and the Battle of the Hornburg and the Battle of Helm's Deep.
I added time on that.
And that was a week and a half ago
Yes.
Jesus.
to these characters.
So it's 104.
Is it?
105.
I'm not going to challenge you on that. I'm going to assume it's true. But like it's and Gandalf took 17 years off in the Fellowship. But like so this all
It
ties
was
back
really
to
Frodo's
Wait, no, no,
delay
so-
that fucked everything up.
Wait,
though.
what
Mister,
is
I'm gonna
today's
leave-
date?
in the book.
Yeah. Not now. What's today's date?
Today us or today them?
April 9.
It's like no, it's like March 16th. But what this really does though is that illustrates the fact that speed is everything. Gandalf keeps saying speed is everything. These books are passing in a fucking heartbeat because everything is already too late. Everything needs to happen yesterday.
I have a very serious question. And it's the same question that our boys had when they were fighting, which is when ghosts run, are their feet interacting with the ground, or are they doing it for show when the ghost next to them is just not running and gliding along with them?
I don't know. What, did it say they were running or were they floating?
Yeah,
they were
it said
gliding.
some ran,
Okay.
And some
And some
rode
just-
spectral horses.
float,
Spectral
got on
horses,
horse, and
nice.
they just floated off. And it's like,
Because I know they had a
Who's
question
doing
about
what?
do their swords work?
yeah.
Like, are they interacting
well,
with
that's
our
a personal
world?
question. You know,
Big yike.
Oh my God.
Well, so Jesus
200
Christ.
years, okay.
Jesus God.
that shit's rotted and fell off years ago.
Yeah, but I still got the bat.
Dicks up.
There it is. Yeah, no, so that's an interesting question about like we get to see what the dead can do. And what they do is scare the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah.
What's unclear is do they kill anybody directly or do they just drive them with madness into the river where they drown?
Well, there's a really great line about them being like fear.
Oh, I love that.
Like I forget what. Do you have it? I forget what it is.
Basically, the army of Mordor is overthrown by its own weapons, fear and darkness.
Right. Somebody's like, that's a really
So
cool,
good.
delicious irony.
So one thing I love doing in this book is converting leagues and such to, the measurements we're used to. So at one point they say that for 4 days and nights they rode 90 leagues and 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that sounds like a long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's 321 miles they rode in 5 days.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cross country.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity because I have never ridden a horse. You're a horse person. So 321 miles. What is that on a horse? Like, what is that like? Is that
A long
insane?
fucking time.
Like, I know, like,
right,
the
man.
only constant I have in my head for this is like driving. And I
riding a
know
bike.
driving to like what?
Or like riding a bike.
Yeah.
It's probably a little closer than driving.
It's
Yeah.
It's listen to the horse lady.
Speed-wise, it would be.
Because the horse's legs can't compete with a tire.
Well, like the other thing is they can't gallop for an entire day and night.
Right.
You know, they need rest.
You walk, you
How
trot,
long can you
canter.
gallop? Like top speed, like come on.
Mile or two.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's like running a
Yeah.
marathon.
How long can you sprint, Chris?
I'm not a horse. I don't fucking care.
But imagine,
same.
so
Not
what if
only
you had a
sprint, but sprint with a human being on your back and
Yeah.
probably a packed bag and like some other stuff. Like,
Yeah. So they're probably walking and trotting most of this time. They cannot be galloping full out this whole time.
Or maybe Shadowfax.
Chris, how much you
Maybe
weigh?
Shadowfax.
Never mind.
Now I want to get my cell phone out and like do a bunch of calculations to see how many miles an hour they're going.
yeah, that's what I thought you had this all figured out.
Sorry, I didn't do that.
So hold on. Wait.
It's still a lot.
It's 300 miles in 5 days.
4
321.
days and nights plus a morning on the 5th.
300 miles, 5
like
days,
4
60 miles
full
a day.
days.
321.
Divided by 4.
You just throwing numbers at me, or are you being real?
She just said she did the actual math for what they said is 321 miles.
Okay, 321 miles.
4 full days and a little bit.
Right, so 4.5 days.
So I'm saying, how many miles per day are they got to go? What is this? What and is that?
Can I go get my phone?
Is that 19 miles a day of?
No, it's like 60 miles a day.
Or excuse me, is that like 19 hours a day of riding a horse, or is there any break? Or
Yeah,
are they
no,
just
you are going, but you're not riding at a gallop the whole time. You might stop. You might take a quick break. You might walk the horse for a
Till they
distance.
catch their little
What's
breath.
an average mile per hour for a horse trot?
Let's see.
Like 4 mile
like
an
the
hour?
fastest they
It's
can
got
go
to be fast. What's a human? 3
is
right? You
like
said?
25 or 30. So a gallop would be like 25 or 30.
But you can't do so. Really, though,
miles an hour?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's how fast horses go.
horses are
Yeah.
fucking quick, bro. There's a reason.
That's what we did in Ireland. I like was shitting my pants.
Dude.
It's not what we did in Ireland.
I'm just kidding. They were
we
not
did
that
not
fast.
canter.
Oh no, my god, no.
No, but they just had really long legs.
Trot.
That's insanity.
I meant the trot. I didn't mean the canter.
The trot could maybe be like 7 or 8.
Okay.
Maybe. And that's just my guessing
So
off
if
the
they
top of my
did
head.
that trot for 10 hours, they would go 80 miles, and that's not it.
But you can't do that.
But you
can't do
can't.
that.
Yeah, they get
Especially
out of
not
breath.
on uneven terrain because there's
So
no
they're at
roads.
least riding for more than 10 hours.
My brother in Christ, they're moving probably for 16 hours a day. The only thing they're doing is
least.
stopping to sleep.
321 miles divided by 4.5 days is 71 1/3 miles a day.
Get the fuck out.
Okay.
You're right.
And then each day you said they are traveling about 16 hours. So then 71 divided by 16
Yeah.
equals approximately 4.5 miles an hour.
4.5. That's what I said.
Four and a
I
half
said
miles an
that.
hour.
So that's just a quick move for.
So that's like a combination of
That's
walking
a
and
fairly
trotting,
quick trot.
or like gallop
That's-
for a little bit, walk for a little bit.
to be fair, that's a very slow jog for a human being for 5 days. Like
That's
that's
not very slow.
it is.
My jog is about
That's
4
pretty
miles
slow.
an hour.
4 miles an hour is a standard army march.
Okay. Guess what? We're not all in the army.
Well, these guys are.
We're talking about an army march. We're talking about.
You might be right.
We're quite literally talking about what was the march of the army speed.
All right. So they're not like abusing these horses and making them gallop for 8 hours.
That's good to know. That's that. My main question was just like, how crazy is
Yeah.
this thing
This
they're
ride.
doing, right? But the reason I bring this up is there must have been some anxiety that Aragorn was facing.
Yeah.
He had to have been feeling some anxiety. He
He's on a
looked into
timer.
the planetary. He looked in. He knew the date. He said, Thursday, we die.
Yeah.
Everything goes down. Minas Tirith falls. And it's Sunday. And we got to fucking go if we're going to beat this. We're going to get there. We're going to go. And there was he's like working against the clock.
The whole time.
Yeah. I know this feeling. Because when my son was born,
Sorry.
and as he was being born 3 weeks early,
Christopher was in the wrong state.
I was in a different state. I was in the bottom of the country. He was being born in the top of the country. And I had 9 hours to drive 9 hours before he came.
Yeah.
Roughly. And so as I was reading this part,
Well, you drove what, like 400 miles or something?
it wasn't quite 400. It was like 300 miles.
But like you were flying.
I was going about 93 miles an hour
Oh my god.
And it
for
started
about
at,
9.5 hours
and it
straight.
started at what, like 6 p.m.?
Yes.
Yeah. So you had a full day and then it's like, by the way, get the fuck home.
But I knew the feeling of like, I gotta get there. I gotta get there.
Yeah.
I haven't really had that feeling that strongly, at least since like 20 years.
For me, it's mostly going to the bathroom.
Pat can totally relate.
All I want to say is strange and wonderful. I thought that the designs of Mordor shall be overthrown by such wraiths of fear and darkness.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful.
That's a line. I don't know who says it, but I think Legolas says it. But I love that fucking line. It's so funny because he's like, it's so crazy because things got really scary and shitty. And then it's so funny because we're fighting the scary and shitty people, but that's what brings them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
turns out everyone's scared.
Yeah. Like why
Gimli.
is it that like the people from Mordor are scared when they're the ones who are doing the scaring? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Thought that was really cool.
That's fucking rad, though, right?
Yeah.
I had 2 more questions about this half of the chapter.
Give me one.
The first one was basically somebody said Sauron does not understand that the line of Luthien will never fail. Why will the line of Luthien never fail? Did I miss something?
So the reason that the line of Luthien will never fail is because Beren and Luthien are a stand-in that Tolkien wrote for he and his wife.
Cute.
Yes.
So it
Some
doesn't.
of their gravestones.
Yeah.
Aw.
So like
So this is the line about the line of his wife.
yeah.
Yes.
And he's saying it's funny because they don't know that the line of my wife will never fail. She doesn't get it. Should I explain it again? So there's this hobbit. There's a hobbit named Bilbo.
Oh my God.
We'll start from the beginning.
Thanks.
He's in the Shire. He's got this ring.
He didn't get the ring there.
Well, if you want to start from the beginning, we have to read the appendix.
Listen, I had my appendix removed for a reason.
But that's where you find out why the dwarves and the elves don't get along.
Listen, I had my dwarves removed for a reason. Can we talk real
Wait,
fast?
Laura's question never got answered. We just throw that away.
I don't have an answer. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, partially it's because
Maybe Pat or RJ.
All I
an
have
answer.
is it's a stand-in for Tolkien. That doesn't answer my
well,
question.
So Beren and Luthien was this like great light and this amazing woman. And I think just her offspring are filled with hope and light and goodness. Without, I mean, you kind of really have to read the book. And the song kind of went into it, but it's like not in.
did read the book.
No, I'm saying the Beren and Luthien book.
I read the same as you.
no, you didn't. You are not the same.
Okay, fine.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
You're right.
Pretty much, though, your answer is not going to be answered in this book. You have to read another book.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I'll take that.
The
I will take
princess is
that.
in another castle.
Got it. That's good enough for.
Which is like, I get it, I don't get it, but I get it, but I don't get it.
No, what you guys are
I get that I
experiencing.
don't get it, but I also don't get that I get it.
But that's because you have to read the other material, right? So Tolkien does world building, and this is what you guys are running up against. Is
Who?
it not Tolkien? Jesus God, mothers to fuckers. It's treat it as a delightful mystery that one day you will explore when you are a better cultured person.
Perfect.
Okay.
There's a note in the writing that Aragorn chooses the mightiest of ships. After they take over the Corsairs
Yeah.
of Umbar, and they all flee, and Gimli's like, of course, Aragorn took the best ship,
Of course.
and not only that, but he had a team of trumpet players
Yeah.
play his song.
It's terrible, but the first thing I thought of when I heard trumpet players is that intro from Monty Python. They put the trumpets in their butts. And I was like, why is my brain like this?
Dude, I don't know.
I think it's because I got my first DVD player in 2011, and that's when this first movie came out, and I got Monty Python. So
This
I
first
watched,
movie did not come out in 2011.
I'm sorry, 2001.
The first movie ever.
Subtract 10.
No, 2001, the first, but like Fellowship of the Ring came out. And then also my dad bought me Monty Python, The Holy Grail on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And so I watched them at the same month. And so I always associate them both
So if you've
at
never
the same time.
if you've never seen Monty Python and Search for the Holy Grail, they do not actually put trumpets up to their buttholes.
They're a
It's an
cartoon.
animation. It's really fucking funny though, and the idea that this is going on is perfect.
Because also it's such a fuck you to them. Like there's just be these scary people. These people are just like blowing it out their ass. Like here we come.
I love it.
And like even the orcs are like, what the fuck is happening?
The Witch King is like, fuck it.
I'm out.
But this whole Army of the Dead thing brings up this really cool thing that I didn't touch on, and it's like how Aragorn releases the Army of the Dead, right? They drive the Haradrim and the Corsairs of Umbar into the river, off their ships, everything. Ships are burning, it's dark, and Aragorn turns back to the host of the dead. The fire off the river is like glowing in the eyes of all these ghosts, and he says, "You are done, I release you." And the King of the Dead walks up or floats up or whatever the fuck he does, and he cracks his spear over his knee, casts it down, and pieces out, and the whole army dissipates.
He bows to Aragorn,
He does.
which is one of the most badass moments. The King of the Dead bows down to Aragorn.
Amazing.
And that's really cool, right? Because that speaks to the idea that this ghost understands, like, yeah, we fucked up a minute ago, and like this is actually your due. This is not me just being purely compelled. You are rewarding me with my freedom because we did the thing.
So they changed from being Oathbreakers to Oathkeepers.
Yes.
Right? It just took a while.
Yeah.
But this brings up this this idea that Aragorn is a powerful motherfucker. And this is what everyone's been seeing in Aragorn build, right? We see this steel, we see this strength, we see these things coming in these moments where he is a personally powerful person. He's a war leader. He's a motherfucker. He is a lord of ghosts and nightmares and shit.
It also makes everyone love him that knows him.
Yes. And that's what he leans into, right? Because this is a moment where, yeah, he could have just kept an enslaved army of the undead and ridden that for as long as it would go. He would have been this like fell lord. Can you imagine Aragorn with the ring under corruption? Like, yeah,
Terrible.
This is not a ride that fucking ends well for anybody.
No.
He's
Got a rage inside him.
right. That's who he could have been, but he's better than that. And this is one of those things that shows us that not only could he be better, or should he be better, but he is. Aragorn is the heir of Isildur. Aragorn is the rightful king. He is the king returned. He's a fucking badass.
His heart isn't driven by pride or greed, which the whole big theme of this book, in my opinion, is that leads you to the path of fear. And fear is the true enemy in this. And fear truly is your demise. Because at the end of the day, like even the mightiest evil, even Sauron, is shrouded in fear. Like he's fearing of never getting his ring back. I mean, he's stuck as a giant eyeball in a tower and all this stuff. It all comes from a really dark place. And Aragorn's the opposite of that, actually. He's very humble. He doesn't think he's worthy. And so he is. And he doesn't take advantage. Like he could have just kept those ghosts forever and been like, you're mine, bitch. I'm going to be like, no one can kill me now. He could have taken the ring from the hobbits. But instead, he chooses the path of, hope and light and true strength and leadership. And I think it's really cool too, because of who he is as well. He decides to challenge Sauron.
Yes!
Outright. As soon as he gets the Palantir back and like takes all the evil out of it, what's the first thing he does?
He looks at that magic ball.
FaceTimes Sauron.
He does a team meet with Sauron. Like, hey, I'm back. Here's my sword. It's fixed. I'm coming for you. And I know you're also aware of me, but I'm just like saying face to face, you can't scare me. Like, I'm here. I'm telling you. And like it planted fear in Sauron's heart. That's why he goes so hard after them.
Yes.
And the fact that then his Witch King gets defeated.
Bam!
Like it worked. Like
Yeah.
for once we're one up. I mean, we still have a long way to go and there's a lot stacked against them. And then there's such an organic lead into then like Gandalf's final reveal of his plan this whole time. His final chess game move is pretend like they have the ring and attack Sauron like they are fearless and filled with pride and ego to their bitter end.
Yes.
That is such a brilliant way that I didn't really remember this, having read it once before, and that's such a brilliant way to take down someone like Sauron, because he would never suspect it's a ruse. Because how would you have the courage to choose that path?
Yeah.
Right.
Without the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he can't. He doesn't have the ring. He's just sitting in a tower.
He would never, ever, ever think that someone would destroy the greatest thing that has ever been created. Aragorn in this moment does so many things right. And he does so much good shit. And like it you know what we don't talk about and what we haven't talked about once this entire discussion? Faramir.
That's right.
Faramir hasn't come up once. You know why? Because Faramir is
unconscious.
No, he's in a hospital bed.
Why not Faramir?
Why not Faramir? No, really though, where is Faramir? He's waiting for Aragorn to call him. Because that was what Aragorn's words to him in the Houses of Healing were, is rest until I call you.
That's right.
Aragorn put Faramir to bed. And what he did there was he was an incredibly savvy political operator, because he said, I don't want to cause strife. So what do you do? You remove an opportunity for friction. Imrahil is like, I'm your man and you are the boss. He says, great, but don't say that out loud. Aragorn completely removes the line of the stewards and the office of the stewards, Denethor's whole bloodline.
change.
Yeah.
Removes them from every important conversation. And there's not even an opportunity for that to become a question of, well, what would the stewards do, or what is the current state? It's just there's a total changeover in management that Aragorn is achieving with minimal ego, we'll say.
Yeah.
Because he's not coming into the city and he's kind of being a daisy about it. But it's like Imrahil is his man. Faramir, Aragorn knows that Faramir is his man, but he's not being heavy-handed about it. Aragorn is coming into his own on every fucking level.
Well, speaking of Sauron, I love that we finally get to hear what his eventual end will be if he ends up getting killed. Like, he's not just going to die a death and like go beyond to the other world. He's actually going to be maimed forever, becoming a mere spirit of malice that gnaws itself in the shadows and can never again take shape, which is like the ultimate punishment for being this large of an evil in the world. And the fact that kind of evil will be forever removed and cannot come back. And I think too, I always think of the beginning when we find out that Sauron like just consumes and destroys. And so he's stuck in this form in this isolated area. He's going to consume and destroy himself.
And like corrupt.
For eternity. That's what like gnaws at himself is to me. And I'm like, that's such a fitting punishment. And that's the whole goal. Not just take the ring off and have him get boiled down to a lesser self, like to have him just be completely removed and destroyed to that level, but not fully gone at peace either.
Yeah, that's kind of what they said about the ring wraith, the king.
Never
ring.
to be seen again in this age, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
the
he's
Balrog as well.
not
Yeah.
dead.
It's not completely dead
He's
either.
just suffering forever.
Yeah. And Denethor, actually.
Yeah. That poor bastard.
Yeah.
But like it's really interesting that crystallizes the stakes, right? This is the end of Sauron's game, one way or the other. Either Sauron has final victory with the ring and there's no power to ever contest him again until the end of time.
Right.
Or he's fucking done. Bitch is cooked.
Bitch is cooked.
Yeah.
Like those are the two outcomes here. So when Aragorn is like, it's do or die, it's literally do or die. I just want to touch on one thing about Tolkien writing this, because Tolkien as a person went through World War I, right? What is World War I famous for other than obscene casualties? Trench warfare.
That's
right?
what I was going to say.
Yeah. Where like this functionally, the gate is the whole game. It's a defensive position that cannot be broken. And that's why when Aragorn is like, fuck gates, that's like a refutation of historically Tolkien's experience of war. And Gandalf is also all go, 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 gas, gas, gas. We can't stop. That strategic initiative, that momentum, when that died, that's what created trench warfare. You stopped advancing, so you just dug in where you were and you fortified your position and you hope for the best later. And that's when the real churning murder started of World War I. So it's interesting that you take those two things and you look at Tolkien's experience and Tolkien's life and the things he is writing consciously or subconsciously about. And you see Tolkien once again putting himself into his work in a way that is like tragic and like really heartbreaking. And it really adds a lot of weight to the last debate. joke's on you. It's not a debate. It's do or die.
Yeah.
So they choose do and die.
In honor of their good friend Theoden.
Yeah.
My man.
Theoden would have approved of this plan.
Ride and die, baby.
Yeah. He was all aboard.
Theoden would be like, I'm the first one in and the last one out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. A real treat for the old boy.
Honoring our man Theoden.
Dude, Théoden and his treats.
Yeah.
It's I think we should remember Théoden and his death and remember his treats that he
Always.
brought us. So it feels appropriate. Is there a treat this week?
Of course there's a treat this week.
Well, then let's fucking go already.
There was not a lot of food in this chapter. I don't know if you noticed.
Surprising.
Yeah, I've been really struggling the last
And there were even hobbits.
book or so. Yep. Yeah, they weren't even hungry. They were just tired. So this week we have the shadow hosts, the dead soldiers,
The ghosts?
the ghosts as Jell-O shots.
The ghosts? The ghosts with the most.
It's breaking Jell-O
Patrick, can you show our camera this lovely design that Madame Laura has
Also-
made?
They jiggle.
So yeah, they're Jell-O jigglers.
Zoom right there. That's good. They might slide.
Different
Don't
from
tilt
regular
too much.
Jell-O.
So for those of you who cannot see this thing, it is ghost-shaped Jell-O jigglers. There's like glitter in here and shit. They've got googly eyes and swords made of toothpicks. They're gonna go peep jousting. This is the fucking wildest thing. I love it. They're staring at you. There's like 7 of them on a glass
This is really
plate.
cool. Wait,
is awesome.
I'm going in. I'm
Guys,
going
they're
in.
extremely alcoholic.
I'm going in.
I just want you to be prepared for how much alcohol is
I'm
in these
going
ghosts.
in.
Laura made a blue Jell-O.
I
that's
love you all, but my
Goodbye.
name is Aragorn, and by the Blackstone I command you.
I have
Please don't
another.
eat the
I have another Aragorn quote. I'm going to
Chris
paraphrase
just
for
dropped
this.
that shit like an oyster.
He gargled that.
Okay,
that
I
Question:
ghost.
Are the
just lost-
eyeballs edible?
I
Yes.
lost the eyeball.
Okay.
Oh no! I just destroyed mine.
They might not pick up that well.
Chris scooped a ghost and just slurped it like out of an oyster shell.
Like an
And
oyster-
RJ is like trying to dismantle it.
Well, as Aragorn said, this shall be on sheets until the Dark Lord is vanquished.
No, it's. He said this will be unsheathed until the last battle is fought.
There you go.
Not until I've hooked up with Sauron.
All right, wait. Now I want to
That's
quote
my
somebody.
fanfic.
Okay, go ahead. Quote. What's your quote?
I'm tired.
All right, Pippin.
That's Mary.
They're both tired.
What do you got? You didn't even wait for a quote.
I was hungry.
You just golloped it down your gullet.
No, I have good news and bad news.
Well, they're boozy.
Laura, there's so much glitter on my hands. What the fuck?
The bad news is
Glitter's-
that I ran out of vodka. The good news is that I have a new use for the Everclear I bought last episode
Oh no.
for the flaming old
That's
fashioned.
the ones where you and I died.
Yeah,
Well,
hold
we
on.
better do this outro quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
time out. I got to call out of work.
There's 2 left. Yes, they do also have glitter
left,
on them.
Chris.
So for those who cannot see, they're like blue Jell-O, and I added a little bit of black food coloring to make them look kind of gray for
No,
the
they-
ghosts.
Come on.
They're pretty fucking blue.
All right, come on, hold on, wait, Chris. I'll see you in hell.
All right, listen.
Oh no.
Listen,
Apparently, I made 8.
Patrick.
Laura, you made 6. Look at him.
Apparently, I made 6. I can count.
Look at the little guy. He's like, hello.
Cheers. Cheers.
What do you need? What do you need? Hello.
And when we put them together,
They
the
stick.
goat, you son of a bitch, the goat. Cheers.
I can't look at him. He's staring at. I love you.
Oh God.
Wow. That got
I
very
feel like
real
I'm being
very
overtaken
fast.
by flubber.
That went right down.
Yeah, it was Jell-O.
Well, on that note, this was
The
a
name
really.
of the next chapter.
I can tell you.
Thank you.
Chris, are you aware? Okay, they're dying.
He's done.
Well, Laura, we got this.
All right.
All
The
right.
bills
Well,
are out.
the men are incapacitated. So next week we'll be reading chapter 10, The Black Gate opens.
That's such a fucking lame title. What? Because the last book, the Black Gate was closed.
But
Yeah.
Why
it's the
is
last
Hope-
chapter of this book.
Yeah,
But no,
it's the
that's-
final chapter of
Is
book
it?
5.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah.
And that's symmetry, you mother and fuck.
It's perfect, Chris. It's
The
perfect.
Black Gate was closed, and now they're going to open it.
What's the next one? A mushroom to shortcuts?
Oh,
I think you got the Everclear one.
Chris is really proud of himself.
that was good.
Listen, Tilbo.
Oh man.
All right.
Nice to meet me.
Hey. Hey, Chris. I want to take a second, and I want you to picture this fully. Goatberry.
Oh no.
Go, Barry. Barry, go.
No, Coldberry.
Not Goldberry.
With a goat.
Goldberry.
Oh my god. Wow. As you guys
Just in the rain with their scrotum out.
Oh, God. I have a million questions. I can't wait to dive into this. But I feel like our story's going to end, and I'm not ready because I feel like we're going to go to the Frodo and Sam story, but we are nowhere near finishing the Aragorn story.
Dude, it's okay.
They will overlap.
The idea that
They
Frodo
fucking
and,
better.
It will be interwoven once more.
Yes.
That was a tremendous episode.
I don't remember.
I was laughing so hard. I had such a good time tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for getting together. Thanks for talking about this. Listen, guys, we got one chapter left in the
Oh
book.
my God.
Sorry, I was interrupted by a fucking
I was
dingus over here.
reacting to what you were saying.
There's only one chapter left in book 5.
There's only one chapter left in book 5. I'm just kidding. I love you. Well, there's only one chapter left in book 5, and we are on the precipice of finding out the end of that book.
They all die.
We're on the beginning of book 6, though, which is the halfway point of Return of the King. Guys, we're halfway through Return of the King.
This is crazy.
Holy
can't believe
shit.
it.
And that, you know what that means?
You have to read the appendix.
We're almost done The Lord of the Rings.
No.
I cannot
You're
believe
never
it.
done. I've been reading Lord of the Rings for 20 years. You're never done.
Is it weird if season 4 is us just starting at the beginning again?
Yeah. No, that's
Honestly,
perfect.
I think we'd have a lot more insight.
Guys,
if
like
we
and
did it a
comment if
second
you
time.
want.
Lara's wasted.
I'm ready. I don't do that.
She had
How about
one of
this?
these-
Really?
We'll do the Cimmerillion next.
Okay.
Listen, the Summeralian. I'm interested in it, but I want to do appendixes.
Appendices.
Listen. Bilbid.
Pablo?
Bilbid Baggins.
Pablo Baggins?
Pablo Baggins goes off on her trip with fucking Tarragon.
Tarragon, take me
Legolas,
away.
Flaglam?
And Gamley.
Good old Gams.
Gams McGee.
Yam.
I can't believe how much fun I've had on this journey so far, and I can't wait to continue. We are moving and grooving. Do you feel it in your blood?
I do.
We're moving
Yes.
and grooving,
It's
guys.
the alcohol content.
Yeah.
We are trotting 74
Do you
miles a
feel
day.
the couch lifting off the ground? I think the couch is moving right now.
That's
Do you
alcohol
guys know
poisoning.
the room is spinning? Do you feel it? The
That's
room
the
is
Everclear
spinning.
in the shot.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
it's
me.
the black breath. Okay. It's on me now. Oh wait, no, that was Pat.
For those of you not watching but only listening, yes.
What country are we traveling to this year?
New Zealand. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Where are we
Not
going
this
in the
year. We
fall?
actually
Guys,
saved for
we're
New
going to
Zealand.
start a GoFundMe. If you really enjoy this podcast,
So
Actually, that's true.
I'm
Fund
actually
us.
going to propose a question, and if there's anybody who reaches this point of the episode, please, if you have an answer, comment.
What?
But
What?
we are almost done The Lord of the Rings, and this podcast was created to read The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. For me.
What do you think the chances are if we maybe created like a Patreon and kept doing seasons after this, but only left this out publicly? Like we went and did the
this
Hobbit
would be public.
and,
And then if you wanted to see us read other books, you'd have to pay.
Guys, the real question is who wants an Only Sims?
that was another amazing episode of Fool of Its Hook. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you go on and you subscribe or you click follow. You click whatever fucking button is on your stupid platform. I don't know what you're listening
Push
on.
my buttons.
Maybe it's
Click Pat's
Spotify,
button.
maybe it's Apple, maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's one of the 75 other competitors. I don't know what that button says, but click it. Stick with us because God damn it, we're almost there.
Yeah.
We're so close to the end. Every time Pat goes to talk, I try to interrupt it.
Guys, honestly,
Make sure you tune.
it truly, honestly though, if you are enjoying this and you think that there's any value to what we're doing,
YouTube.com.
please like
us
or
money.
share, because everything you do makes us more visible to other people. Please share Tolkien's work. Please do what you can with this.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
If you're interested in listening to more of Fool of Its Hook, and you think that once the Lord of the Rings is done, you would be interested in participating in like a Patreon situation, let us know, because we might be right now. The plan is that we finish up, that we're done. When the Lord of the Rings is over, we're done. But if you want
Dunzo.
more, maybe incentivize us a little bit.
Who wants t-shirts? I want t-shirts.
I don't know what it is, 99 cents a month or something like that. What is it? What's a good rate?
Damn, Rod.
We'll start at $1.
$39.99 a month?
Yo, that's gonna get you a lot of feet.
$180 a
start-
month. Anyway, we love you so much. Thank you so much for being a fan of Fool of Its Hook. If you've gotten this far, you're clearly a fan. You have no fucking person who hates
You're a
our
fan or a
podcast
sadist?
is listening to this deep into the episode. I have had at least 18 drinks tonight.
Chris is dead.
So, you know what? Good night.